The High Court ruling that the federal government can detain immigrants who have criminal records, and they can be detained even years beyond when they've been released from custody.
A 5-4 Supreme Court decision ruled that ICE can now detain an unauthorized immigrant indefinitely if they've been taken into criminal custody at any point in their lives. Meaning, even if you are a legal permanent resident, and let's say you were convicted of marijuana possession in 2013, even after you've served your sentence, you can be rearrested and imprisoned forever without a trial as you await your immigration sentencing. This is proof that, contrary to their claims, this administration is determined to crack down on all immigrants, and not just those who are here illegally. But one thing is certain, the Trump administration has no interest in giving immigrants the same human rights we afford to natural-born U.S. citizens. This week, we also found out that the U.S. government uses several secret shelters to detain migrant children. The Office of Refugee Resettlement, the government agency that cares for unaccompanied minors, has never made the existence of more than 5 shelters public or even disclosed them to the minors' own attorneys. None of this should be shocking, of course, coming from the administration that ripped babies away from their parents as a deterrent, spearheaded by a president who once praised rounding up immigrant workers and putting them in trains for mass deportation.
Dwight Eisenhower moved 1.5 million illegal immigrants out of this country. We have no choice.
This is Trump praising one of the U.S. government's more inhumane acts, where Border Patrol agents rounded up migrant workers, shaved their heads, bust them down to concentration camps, and then put them in trains, boats, and planes to take them as far away from the Mexican border as possible and left them stranded. One of the boats used was compared to a slave ship by Congress. Immigrants would drown in the ocean rather than go back to Mexico. There were a bunch of deaths during this process. In 1 month, 88 workers died of dehydration in the desert, and who knows how many died after these workers, some of whom were underage, were left alone without money, shelter, or food in distant parts of Mexico, away from their hometowns and family members. And guess what? They rounded up American citizens of Mexican descent as well, because this was a dragnet cast along racial lines. And that probably sounds really familiar, because that's exactly what's happening behind the scenes in America at the moment. And I guess it's only behind the scenes because some of us refuse to acknowledge it. We're deporting millions of people from this country each year, and the slander is still the same. They're violent criminals, and they pose an immediate threat to American existence or sovereignty. Exact words used back in the 50s and 60s. The actual reasons, however, also remain the same. Undocumented immigrants provide cheap labor, and once capitalism starves out the white population hard enough to take on these tasks, there will be no need for the immigrants. Meanwhile, attacking minorities relentlessly as an effort to gain popularity has unfortunately proven to be quite effective. I'm Hasan Piker. If you didn't know about the history of U.S. immigration, please share this video with your friends and leave your thoughts in the comment section below. If you'd like to help TYT, please go to tyt.com/join and join TYT membership. It's only $5 a month, and it greatly helps us. And this has been The Breakdown. Never miss another breakdown video by ringing the bell below. You'll get notified whenever we publish something new. Also, don't forget to join TYT today. Download our TYT Plus app on your phone, or head on over to tyt.com/join.
Perfect.